This year, I've had a lot of people approach me for help that express a tremendous amount of whataboutism. So first, I had a family member stay with me for a couple of months. Was unwilling to clean up after himself. Was unwilling to be respectful in my house. So I asked him to leave. um, and we had a bit of a blowout over that, and I got a lot of whataboutism out of that one too. Then I had the criminal stay with me for a couple of weeks, totally treat me with disrespect in my house, express some really ugly views, like had been dishonest with me about his intentions for coming out, um, and did the same bullshit, right? Like he has all sorts of problems in his life. He expressed a bunch of different problems that he has in his family life, and how he's not in touch with any of his family anymore. And he's like, oh, but you're fighting with certain of your family members, because, right, like, I just had removed a family member from my house. And so he did the whataboutism. But you're having a fight with one of your family members, right? So I got that. Then I had a third activist come in and do basically the same thing. She wanted to stay with me for a couple of months, and when I said, look, you at the bare minimum have to clean yourself and you have to do your laundry, at the bare fucking minimum, you need to do these things. Let me make sure the sound's off, because I'm getting notices. Okay, so bare minimum, you gotta at least, like, you can't create an infestation in my house. You can't, like, make my living conditions unlivable if you're gonna, like, hang out with me. Like, that's the bare fucking minimum, right? So this latest one is a 30-year-old friendship who he really tried to hone in and take advantage of me, and it's taken me a couple of days to process the horrible things that he sent to me on Sunday. The absolutely horrible things that he sent to me on Sunday, doing his whataboutism. So he has been struggling with various addiction problems, and he clearly was trying to take advantage of me. He was trying to move in. He was trying to move into my house. He was coming over every day. He had always been a good friend to me in the past, but a lot of my friends had more of a radar around this situation and were staying clear of him. I had always been there because I guess I'm just, like, more of a sucker than more of a sucker. But some of the stuff, oh my God, that he wrote to me on Sunday, after I drove his ass 10 and a half hours up to go to what was essentially an art festival, a total disgusting display of white privilege in the middle of a dry lake bed in the middle of nowhere. Very dangerous situation. And some of the shit that he was texting me to try and tear me down to make himself feel better because he fucked up. Like, okay, so I do a lot of live streams, and I think, for those of you who actually watch my live streams, you know that I'm covering political topics, humanitarian topics, things that are going on in politics. These are the things that I cover. He literally wrote me a text saying, well, why don't you just go cover the Emmys or something? And I was like, why? I don't even fucking watch that shit. I don't even watch the Emmys. But he is so self-centered, so full of himself, that despite the fact that I've been doing 5 years of volunteerism, political work, humanitarian work, that's how flippant he is about what I'm working on and what I'm doing. Despite the fact that he has had, he's come over every day and, like, gone in and looked at all the various, like, political signs that I have. Like, I have a Warnock sign in my kitchen window because I walked blocks in Georgia. I have a John Ossoff sign in my dining room window. I had vote no on the recall signs up while he was coming over and hanging out. He knows. But this is whataboutism. Whataboutism is is I will totally disregard everything good about you and make it like you're worth nothing. You're worth nothing. Despite the fact that I drove him the fuck up there when he couldn't get a rental car because he has no credit cards with his name on it. And you can only get a rental car if you have an actual legitimate credit card with your name on it. And apparently he's living life with fucking gift cards right now. So despite the fact that he's in a financially terrible situation, he's in a living arrangement that he is so displeased with that he tried to move in with me. That's how you can tell somebody's too gone. That they are too far gone. If their life is so sad and desperate that they would treat a longtime friend so terribly just so they can have one night of what they perceive will be pleasure. Amazing. That's amazing to me. What's even more amazing to me is how many dudes I know who act that exact same way. That they really are that bad. They really are that bad, and that self-centered and that inconsiderate and that willing to put their friends' safety at risk. He is not the only person I know like that. I've come across many, especially men, but some women too, that are really that self-centered, that they will tear you down, use you, chew you up, and tear you down for no fucking reason. Amazing. But yeah, I was reading back the text and I was just like, really? I mean, you really like took the time to think to write this horrible of stuff. Oh, and he accused me of stealing money too. Mind you, I had just driven him 10.5 hours north. I paid for most of the tanks of gas. I paid for a hotel night. I clearly was opening my wallet to him, and I don't know what the fuck happened to whatever, if he even had the money or not. I had no idea. He didn't mention it for 2 weeks after we had separated ways. It was 2 weeks later that he's like, I left some money under your passenger seat. I'm like, I had no idea that was there. You're lucky I didn't fucking detail the car because it would have gotten stolen. I didn't know it was there. I didn't go look for it. I opened my car to him so that he could look for whatever the hell he says that, and he says that it was light. His money billfold was light. Well, did you overspend? Did you get robbed while you're out partying the night that you fucking ditched me for 17 hours? You don't seem like the most responsible dude. Like, I'm not fucking responsible for what money you have on you. Oh, he also said that he couldn't find the camp because I didn't have the lights on. That's some bullshit. I had the lanterns on surrounding the perimeter of our camp all night long, and they were still on the next morning. He's full of shit. Those lanterns were on all night. He didn't come looking. And he never once turned on his phone to contact me. Nor did he ask any one of the people that he was hanging out with whether he could borrow their phone to call me. He made no effort whatsoever to contact me in a 17-hour stretch while I was stuck in the middle of the fucking desert with nobody I knew. No effort. Like, I can never, ever trust him ever again. I can never trust. He put my life in danger. And then when I pointed out that story of the gal that her body just got discovered in like the Grand Tetons, he said, basically that she's a social media influencer with 150,000 followers. Like, oh, I'm sorry. So if I don't have enough followers, does that mean that my life is worth less? That could have been me. That could have been me. But he doesn't fucking care. He's like, yeah, but she's smoking hot and had 150,000 followers. Okay. Well, you're fucking old and look like a homeless dude. Like, what the like, clean your shit up, dude. This, by the way, is a dude who has always been a hoarder. He has never had proper hygiene. There was a time when he just refused to even shower, kind of like my former guest. He refused to shower for some period of time, which is one of the reasons when he started coming over here, I started making him bathe. I started making him bathe because I know when I used to go visit him at his condo, he had like one bathroom in the condo and it was fucking black. Yeah, how many years do you go not cleaning your toilet that the entire porcelain bowl becomes black? It's fucking insane, dude. I get it, like, if you're not like totally on top of cleaning your toilet, but for fuck's sake, dude, it was black. And he was responsible for caring for his brother with Down syndrome at the same time, and they were both living in a pile of fucking filth. I mean, yeah, dude, like, if you're gonna text me a bunch of horrible fucking messages, I'm gonna have some thoughts about it. I'm gonna have some fucking thoughts about it. Wow. Dude, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen to that guy, but like, he fucking lost all his property. His brother's living in a group home now because he can't, he's not responsible enough to take care of his brother or provide a healthy living environment for him. And he clearly is just trying to take advantage of his friends. And when he can't do it, when he's unsuccessful at taking advantage of his friends, he turns into a raging, maniacal, self-centered, abusive person. I've never seen this side of him before. I've seen him be moody and weird before, but I've never seen this side of him before, and it's pretty insane. It's pretty fucking insane. Makes me sad because I really did care for him. I really cared for him. He was a good friend of mine for a long time. I feel very hurt and betrayed, and I hope he gets his life together, but he's not going to be a part of my life ever again. No. Especially after that text exchange on Sunday. Never again. You're done.